is riveting shit, isn't it?
There's the clap.
There's a second. You're not good enough. You don't get to be involved. Yeah. Oh, what am I going to say this time? This is going to become a running thing. I can't think of anything. You're just going to have to tell the camera. Where's the button? Oh no. Well, this is staying in because it makes me look like a knobhead, doesn't it? There we go. This is riveting shit, isn't it?
So, episode 3.
Yeah, somehow.
What the fuck's going on?
How are we staying consistent with something? I don't believe it.
So, the Lad and Dad podcast. I'm Hayden, and this is
Ian.
Yeah.
Or
cool.
AJ Loeve.
There we go.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't use your wrestling name.
I'm
so
no longer wrestling, so it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
So, let's start off with plugging the next show. Do you remember about it?
Thundergraphs still.
Yeah.
As of recording, I don't know when this is going out. Hopefully before.
Hopefully Sunday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Maybe Monday.
He is editing it as we speak if we're on it out tomorrow.
I've got nothing to do tonight. I'm not wrestling.
Thundergraphs, May 3rd, X-Church in Gainsborough. Me versus Harry Johnson for the Academy title. The rest of the matches are irrelevant. I'm joking.
Well, go on. What are the rest of the matches that have been announced?
I don't have to go on my phone this time. I remember some of them. The final of the Tag Team Championship Tournament. Reese and... Is it Reese? Yeah, it is Reese. Reese and HMD versus Ace Matthews and Microphone for the World Tag Team. Is it the World Tag Team or just Fight Factory Wrestling? It doesn't matter. Tag Team titles on the line. I'm saying it really close to the microphone to really emphasize my point.
And the microphones are actually kind of working. We've got 2 microphones together to see what happens.
Yeah, we're figuring it out.
I haven't pressed record on this bit yet, but hey, let's see. So that's recording now. So hopefully 2 lots of sound.
Now we've got a massive quality shift on this bit that's going to annoy everyone.
We'll see, or we could get another echo. And other matches.
Nathan Black versus Rogan for the world title.
Yep. Anything else?
Maybe. I can't remember.
I thought you said you could do this without your phone.
I was lying.
Wow.
I've said the Academy title, the world title, the tag titles. What? Johnny Storm and Flex Buffington versus Damian Valentine and Aaron Jacobs.
Try not to touch this table, it's squeaking.
Oh, you've put the table right next to the end of my chair. We've only got a small table. We've not got room. I'm about to bang into this cabinet.
Well, small space. Right, so next on here, we need people to like on...
Oh, thank you, Mr. Behind the Scenes Man. Definitely not our guest. Jack Maxwell versus KD for the 80 millionth time for the junior heavyweight title.
Did you not say that?
No, I forgot about
okay.
it.
I'm too busy looking at the notes here. I'm actually ignoring it.
He's actually trying to do his job, so I can't.
So we need to get this in, like all YouTubers and people, the most annoying shit that you hear all the time on YouTube, and it is like, subscribe, share, and all that other shit. Just because it really does help.
And it gets us more money.
The views have been pretty good again, which is crazy
somehow.
And the listens on the podcast platforms have been pretty good. So if you could rate us on there, give us 5 stars and a little thing on Spotify, Apple, whatever else.
He's the one who set up all the platforms. I don't actually know what we're on, to be honest. What are we on? This is your chance to plug them all. I've set you up.
Well, I don't know if it's just Apple and Spotify, because they're the 2 I know about, and they're the 2 I can see analytics on.
There's a YouTube, there's a Facebook page, there's an Instagram.
Oh yeah, all the other social medias.
Set you up for,
I thought you meant the podcast.
Everything.
I thought you meant the
just
podcast.
To plug everything, and you fail. Well,
yeah, all the other.
You've got notes as well, and
yes, because I'm talking about podcasts, not the videos and shit like that. So all the social medias, even TikTok would. Well, that's a him job.
It's not a me job.
It is. I'll send you the clips. You do it.
Oh no.
I word it like an old man. Apparently, we're going on forever here.
Yeah.
But yeah, give us some ratings, give us some feedback and stuff like that. And the last bit where it's just us 2 is questions, or comments. So I'm just going to open my phone so I can read it. And this is from Jake. We need more British wrestling podcasts, and he loves our honesty and opinions. My opinions will get us cancelled eventually. The honesty will probably do that as well, because the biggest injury you can get in wrestling apparently is your feelings getting hurt.
I'm not going to add to that.
No,
just going to leave that as it is.
Yeah. Fuck your feelings. And a question for a future episode. So, how did Fight Factory Wrestling come about?
He's trying so hard not to make any noise.
His microphone isn't switched on anyway.
Is it not? Not yet.
No. So, how did Fight Factory Wrestling come about at the beginning? I've answered this on quite a few podcasts and interviews and other media outlets.
Well, now you have to do it here. So.
We started, basically, I was wrestling for a promoter in Lincoln. He wanted to start up a training school. It didn't go the way he promised, is the shortcut to where I'm going to go with the story. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Becca didn't like what he was doing, as in I was coming to help him out, and literally I was supposed to just be helping him out. He was taking the money and leaving, so she didn't believe that he had insurance or anything like that. She just said, right, okay, we're taking it and we're going to do it properly, which he found was good because it gave him cheaper talent to go onto the shows, and for the guys who were training, it was good for them to get onto the shows. And then my mum got sick. Oh, she was already sick, sorry. She'd never got to come across and see any of the shows live. She'd seen them on DVD or whatever we'd got online. We wanted to start the Body Slams to cancel one for her so she could come along. It was supposed to be a small show in a bigger hall to what he was running. He didn't want any part of it. My mum then passed away while all the planning was going on, and the day she died, we kind of said, let's just make it bigger. And it was supposed to be one show, and then it just grew, and one thing led to another, and now it's been going since 2013.
And now 3 of his 4 kids are
and
wrestling.
now 3 of the 4 kids are wrestling. So I hope that answers it. I don't want to go into it too much because it has been said a lot of other places, but I hope that answers. If you want more in depth, then we can do that. Just fire a question over. But I think it's time that we need to do a little break and turn the guest microphones on and turn his camera on so you can see him. Do you want to sell our guest a little bit before we introduce him? I know he's there, so you've got to do it properly.
Because I don't like him. That's the thing.
Yeah, but you've got to for this.
Right. Should we do that when his mic and that's all switched on?
No.
So then it's just one clean thing, and then you can chop it straight to his reaction.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Also, just so I can think about what I'm gonna say.
So also subscribe, 5 stars.
You've said this already.
I know, but I'm just saying it again because it needs doing again.
5 times.
And this is where you're gonna go and turn the camera off. One more clap. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're back. If the edit hasn't been done properly, you've got the clap because we've all been clapping loads.
They've got the clap.
Yep, they would have heard it.
Love the clap.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already speaking. God, no point introducing him now, is there?
Yeah, right. Introduce our guest.
So this is, as he calls himself, the top prospect because he's so humble. The current Academy champion. My opponent, Thundergraps, never forgot the name of the show. I'm great at this thing. One Mr. Harry Johnson.
Hello.
Hi, mate.
Hiya.
Right,
Right, yeah, I'm good, thanks. You?
good.
So you don't need to give us any of the Harry Johnson character, just you. Relax, you look so tense now.
It's my first time doing it. It's my first time doing it. I need
It's
to.
first time. Just take it easy.
Okay, we have to remember the age of the guest. So the
The
swearing, yeah, but you're my child, so it's fine. So the swearing levels are going to be brought down a little bit.
Shit.
So this is where everyone's going to turn off. Yeah, so Harry,
Yes.
introduce yourself for us. Tell people about yourself.
I am Harry Johnson, or because we're doing it out of character, my name's Harry Smith. I'm a wrestler. I don't know what to say.
Show me your title. You've got a fancy picture and everything.
Here's my picture. Here's my title.
Oh, I forgot to put the logo on the picture. I've just realised.
Academy champion. Yeah.
Academy champion. Yeah.
Mm.
So tell us about your wrestling journey, just as brief as you can. How long have you been wrestling? Why did you start? All the stuff that every podcast ever will ask you later on in your career.
Well, it started off. I can't remember how old I was. It was like 5 at the time. My brother brought back a DVD of WWE. It was Money in the Bank 2012. And
can I just say, looking at our analytics, our listeners and watchers tend to be in the 30 plus age range. So when you say you were 5 and it was a DVD, that makes all of us old ones go, oh, shit.
It's only the same as me though.
I know, but it just makes us all feel a little
And
bit
even
old.
then, when you were 5, DVDs wouldn't have really been a thing. It was an older DVD you got, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got it from this DVD shop.
Were you born in?
Wow.
Were you born in 2010 or 09?
A 9.
09, same as me then. Yeah, DVDs weren't exactly a thing when I was 5 either.
What, was streaming already a thing then?
Yeah, because when I was 5, it was like 2014, 2015.
We didn't do a lot.
Why
of
do we always
streaming.
get a fly as a guest as well? What is happening? Yeah, so you got a DVD. Which DVD was it?
It was Money in the Bank 2012, and it just made me fall in love with it. And then we just waited and waited, and then when I was, how old did you have to be to get into
Kids
the kids
start
class?
from like 8,
8.
don't they?
8? Well, it was probably when I was 8 then when I started, and it was a long journey. And then we got put on a show. It was Duck, Dodge, Dip, Dive, Drill.
Wow, you remembered that.
I know.
In order as well.
I don't think anybody else ever remembered that.
Well,
It means a lot to us.
honestly, I don't know how we got put on the show. To be honest, when I look back on it, it was pretty rotten.
Because junior exhibitions, it builds your confidence.
Because it makes
gives
him
you,
look better.
It gives you something to aim for as well. Like, I think anything that you're doing in life, you need goals to aim for. So
Yeah.
for the younger ones, it can be quite frustrating because, again, I can't speak for other training facilities, but we limit what you're allowed to do, as you'll probably remember, until you're 15, and then you still have limits until you're 16, just because of the way your body's growing and so on. So it can be quite disheartening that as kids you see all this stuff on the shows, or you see this stuff on TV and you want to do it and we're not letting you. So we need to give little bits of something to aim for. So,
Well, looking back on it, I think to myself, if I wasn't put on a show then, I'm not sure if I would be where I'm at now, like wrestling wise. I don't think I'd be. I'm not saying that I'm good. I'm not saying that I'm really good, but I'm saying I'm not sure if I'd be where I'm at currently. Like,
There's definitely worse out there, mate. Don't worry.
yeah,
I
thank
think,
you.
I think you're still very humble in a really good way. It's always good to be humble, but as I put in the post on social media when we said you were coming on, a lot of the guest coaches, and that was only a few that we'd said about. You've done quite a few of the seminars, and you know
So tired. Wow.
you transitioned from the juniors into the adults really, really well. And every coach that's been here has kind of pointed you out to show that you've got all the ability. You know, and that's from old school British to the Americans to the guys who have been to NXT UK. Most people have pointed you out, and as long as you can have that self-confidence but that humbleness, it should take you a long way. You know, like always just carry on being you.
No pressure, mate.
Just don't turn into a dick. It's so easily done.
This is where he's
Yeah.
saying keep being you, and then all the people online say that the real you's really boring. In the comments, they just
I may be boring. I don't
bully you
know.
out of wrestling.
Well, you'll see. You'll see if I'm boring or not.
So, first show you've said that. What was the first independent show you ever saw?
Independent show. It was probably. Oh no, actually, it was in Butlins. It was in Butlins.
What,
I can't remember what show it was. It wasn't Fight
All
Factory.
Star?
I don't know. I was like 5 or something. I don't know.
I'd imagine that would have been All Star.
Yeah.
I think it was running buttons.
there was some people that I don't think I can name here on the show.
Oh, they got cancelled, did they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Speaking out,
We'll not.
That's
we'll not
that's,
give
that's
them,
the only person I remember as well.
we'll not give them the airtime. Great. We'll edit that out. There was someone he just kind of named, and that's been edited out.
Literally the only person who has that feature as part of them. Well done. Well done.
Okay, so you went to see All Star event at Butlins.
Yeah.
Did that compare to what you'd seen on TV?
Well, it was kind of a camp show, so it was mostly for the kids and.
But you were a child.
Yeah.
You
So
were-
did it
was
compare
literally
with,
made
like,
for you.
Was there still the magic of it there?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I still believed it was real. I'm not allowed to.
Well, whether it's real or however, it's that ability to watch it with. Oh my god, I'm at wrestling.
Yeah.
We have killed
I saw-
kayfabe so many times on this show.
Alright, well then there you go. Then it's fine.
We're 3 episodes in.
It's
We're 3 episodes in, and all the 60-year-old wrestling veterans already want to stab me. So, Yeah.
So yeah, the magic
Including
fit,
him.
the magic. I'm not 60. The magic fit was still there. You really enjoyed it. Okay. So a main town show. What was the first one you saw there? Who was it?
Main town?
Like proper.
Like a full show.
Not a camp.
So a camp.
Probably-
Again, this isn't degrading camp show wrestling. I love camp show wrestling, and if I'm forced to retire with this surgery, I will still try my hardest to do the camps because I love them. But there is a slight difference to do the town show. So your first town show, if you can remember.
It was either one of yours. I think the first Fight Factory show I went to was you faked your injury to get at Magic Myers.
Okay, yeah.
You faked an injury and then
I can't remember what show that was, but yeah, I remember that happening.
But it's either that one or it was a WWE house show in Nottingham.
Okay.
It was one of those two. I can't remember which one came first.
So you'd been to quite a few wrestling shows before you started training.
Yeah.
Cool. So you've got a big library of wrestling that you've watched, or relatively big at a young age.
I'm yawning so much at the minute, completely off topic.
You need to learn to go to sleep properly. Okay,
You're
so
not boring me.
Maybe I am.
in your time in wrestling, have you got a funny story?
A funny
that
story.
will not get you or us cancelled.
A funny story.
Or give anyone airtime that doesn't deserve it.
I wouldn't say anything like really hilarious, like really funny. I'm not sure.
I struggled on this.
It's
one as
difficult when you have to think back at it because so many funny
funny.
things happen. But like any moments in training, any moments at shows, or you've done at least one camp for us, haven't you?
I've done a camp, yeah.
Yeah,
It was,
anything that's happened on the way, anywhere like car trips or anything you can think of.
I mean, in training I've done a lot of slip ups, haven't I? Like jumping off the ropes, of falling off a lot. I don't know if that's.
I mean, they're funny for us when we're watching it.
I can't think
Do you
of
know
anything.
what you're gonna do? He's post editing this, and I'm saying this to him in about 12 hours time when he's editing it. Look through the ring camera footage and just scroll back weeks and see if there's anything funny and put it on.
I'm sure we've got the footage of the Robbie seminar.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's somewhere.
I think you put it on the WhatsApp group.
There we go. We'll see if I can put that in. Then that'll be. Yeah.
You set yourself up for that one, mate.
I did, yes. But anything like show-wise, I don't think there's anything that funny that I can say that I can remember.
God, that makes us seem really boring, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're all boring bastards over at Fight
What?
Factory.
Like, no, I can't think of anything like that I've got. No.
He's either saying
Well,
that we're boring twats.
No, I'm a boring twat. That's what I'm saying.
Can we
Yeah,
cut the swearing a little bit?
sorry.
Shit.
Okay, so let's skip away from wrestling a little bit. Tell us about you outside of wrestling.
I'm really awkward. I'm a really awkward guy. I know that I'm an awkward guy. I think wrestling is like having the character as a way to express myself a bit, like be more myself. I like being myself around here as well, but outside of wrestling I think I'm kind of awkward. But it's a way to get out of it. Wrestling is out of the awkwardness, and I think many people would tell that I'm awkward. Like backstage, I'm just that type of guy.
I think a lot of the backstage at a lot of wrestling is like a cloud of autism. So the awkwardness that you maybe feel, a lot of people will feel.
Yeah.
It attracts a lot of people with autism or social anxieties or anything like that. So, but yeah, like
Wrestling-
well outside of wrestling.
Wrestling is a great escape from pretty much anything. So whether it's your awkwardness outside or whether you're going through something, it's just wrestling's great for.
Well, we've already
getting
said
away
that
from
before
yourself.
on here. Like, it's a real good escapism. Both, I've still got sunglasses on. There we go. We're fully into the autism here. It's great escapism for the audience as well as the guys on the shows. So
Yeah.
but yeah, outside of wrestling, what are you into? Like
Football. Lincoln, come on, up the imps.
Yeah, we do see you most times when we're there as well.
It's that's all really. I'm not the most interesting guy.
So you're a Lincoln fan. You can go to
Sadly.
football. You come to wrestling. You've sometimes it is quite a sad affair. You've got your exams coming up.
Oh yeah.
So obviously that's going to take up a lot of your time.
I think I'd be doing a lot more wrestling now, like going to camp shows and stuff, if I hadn't had my GCSEs coming up. But
Just do what I did. Just leave.
No,
I've got
Don't.
2 weeks left now.
don't
Is
leave.
that it?
It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks until my GCSEs, and it's a bit scary.
I remember being your age, it was scary, but I think judging by knowing you and knowing your parents, you're going to be fine with your GCSEs, and the world's a bigger place after GCSE. At your age is the biggest thing going on.
Yeah.
But I think you'll do fine. I mean,
Maybe.
common sense isn't your strongest point.
Oh yeah, no,
But
definitely not.
You're an intelligent lad, and I think you're going to do just fine in your GCSEs. But just don't stress out. Just if you ever stress doing them, just big deep breaths and rethink. You'll be fine.
I try my best to get myself to revise for them. It's not the easiest. My parents are always pushing me to do stuff, and I don't really. I try. I do like an hour's worth, and then I'm like, I can't be bothered to do any more.
Regular breaks and regular get back to it. Just you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm like the worst person to talk to about school because my opinions of school are very straightforward.
Oh, it's awful.
It's just
It's awful.
it needs completely redoing. Just everything to do with it. I just can't sit down in a room for an hour and do something I enjoy, let alone sit down in a room and write about Shakespeare or whatever.
What are you confident in with your exams?
My media. I think that's literally it. My media.
So I've been struggling here for like an hour and a half to
Oh,
set up
no.
these mics, and you know media.
I know media. I don't know how to plug in mics. It's like meanings behind, like camera shots or stuff.
Meanings behind plugging in the microphone.
Well, if you're going to help me with the camera shots, like I think
I mean,
you're in a
if-
weird zoom there.
Is it a low angle or a high angle or a neutral angle?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Let's skip
Not
that. It makes me look
a
really
clue,
stupid,
mate.
like I'm just winging it.
This is really bad how much I'm yawning, by the way. SmackDown has killed me.
Why did you stay up when you knew you needed to be up?
Because I forgot I needed to be out. I've got the memory of a goldfish. If the goldfish had short-term memory loss,
Right. Anyway, so
not long-term.
movies.
Movies.
What movies do you like?
Movies.
Is that a
The
specific
Minecraft
question?
movie.
Question from
The mic? No, I'm just asking questions.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
That's what a podcast
Pretty
is.
sure
Speak
that's
to
a
us.
question from the guest.
No. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I've not
I'm
read the
pretty
guest
sure.
questions.
The guest.
Okay.
The guest questions.
Guest
Oh.
So people
My
have
parents.
sent. It's not just your parents.
There's
There's a couple of
at
others.
least another.
Really?
Maybe.
I didn't think I'd be that
Okay, so let's skip
interesting.
that.
Minecraft movie. Absolute.
Oh, the Minecraft movie.
This is where he's gonna feel really old and not understand it. That's just switched off.
Chicken jockey.
Flaps.
We just had a camera
Malfunction.
booby.
Camera shoot. No one cares. Minecraft movie.
So we're back to it. So movies.
the Minecraft
no,
movie.
movies.
No, the
Movies.
Minecraft movie. We're talking about the Minecraft movie. It's
Yeah, I don't
way-
know where the camera cut.
Way more. Yeah, we
Oh,
were
right.
talking about the. I saw it. It went off as I said. That it's just
Okay,
gone off.
so Minecraft movie. That's the only movie you're into.
I
Incredible.
love the Minecraft movie.
So this. I can't say the word I'm
Just
thinking, but this
table.
Table. You've put the table.
You're
back.
knocking the
What-
table. Shut up and
Why
talk.
are you so? Shh. So who was it? It was me, you, Malika, Thomas, or TJ, whatever, and
Owen.
Owen, who's
Was
a
that it?
trainee who you
That was it,
wouldn't
yeah.
have seen yet. I don't think he's ever appeared in front of the camera before yet, has he?
No, I don't think
No.
so.
No, we're
So-
keeping natural selection at the minute from taking him. So
So yeah, it was us lot. We went to see the Minecraft movie.
That was fun.
Tell us about that.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
There you go.
There was
Wonderful.
I swear, we literally had a show the day after, and everyone who's over the age of 25 who's listening to this is thinking, "What are these dickheads on about?" But still, we had a show literally the day after, and who put the bet on? You had to cut a promo
Oh yeah, Thomas put a bet on me saying chicken jockey in my
saying
promo.
any reference to the Minecraft movie.
I didn't do that. I referenced something else.
Okay. So that's something we're not going into, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, well, depends.
Okay, so we've got movies.
No.
And any other movies that inspire you in wrestling, or?
I like Fighting My Family.
Great movie.
Awesome movie.
It's on
I love it.
Netflix, by the way. Didn't realise that till the other week, somehow.
I think it's one of the things that... When did it come out?
I don't know.
Because I think it's one of the things that...
2018 or 19.
It may have been one of the things that buzzed me to come here.
Okay.
If it was before COVID...
Oh, was
then
it before you saw it before you went to WAW then?
I think so. Oh, before I came to Fight Factory.
Yeah, but before you went, obviously then before you went to WAW.
Yeah.
You've been to
Maybe
WAW
closer
a
to
couple
like
of times,
2017 then, I'm trying to think.
So-
yeah, like if you were 8 when you joined.
So how was it going to WAW and knowing that the movie was based around them?
It was awesome, to be honest. It was awesome. I was really nervous going in. It was the YP. It was just a normal Saturday YP session. I was really nervous to go.
Those tables actually.
Just let him talk.
It was good because I had someone going with me, someone that I knew, Malika.
Yeah.
So at least I knew someone whilst going, but it was still really nerve-wracking. It was the first time I went to anywhere other than Fight Factory. So I think if I want to do more of that, once I grow up, I think I need to get used to going and talking to new people.
Yeah, there's a massive thing in wrestling that networking's important.
Yeah.
And the whole handshakey thing, some people are saying it's dead or whatever, but handshake, fist bump, just introduce yourself, be confident.
Yeah.
And they really liked you at WAW. Like, again, Julia's been here and you've trained here with her.
Oh, look at him.
You've
Most
been
genuine
down.
smile I've ever seen.
You've been down there.
I made friends.
Both Julia and Zach were saying really good things. Ricky was saying really good things. So your feedback down there was awesome. Again, some of it will be down to that self-belief. Some of it, I think, because that magic's there for you, meeting people that you've seen movies based on or you've seen on TV is still quite
surreal.
Yeah, like you're a bit starstruck and everything. But again, like you've just got a you do you sort of thing.
Yeah.
In a good way.
That's one thing I'm going to bring up now that's on my mind. You were saying about seeing these people. Oh my god, they're in a movie. This is great. Every time I've been to WAW, it's like, oh, that's my dad's mate Julia. Not, oh my god, she had an actor paid to play her in a movie. You know what I mean?
Going into it, I wasn't really thinking, this is from a movie.
Yeah, but
I was just
there was that element of it, wasn't there?
Yeah, an element of it, but I was more focused on not being shit.
You can swear, it's fine. I don't know why he's making such a big deal of it.
Because of his age.
Because of his age, the people watching this, you just said are over 30. They won't care.
But it's his age for future. You know what the world's like.
He's not going to get cancelled.
Yeah, so Soraya, Ricky, Zach, the little bit of starstruck, little bit of but your main concern was you didn't want to embarrass yourself.
Oh, and I did. That's a funny story.
There we go.
Funny story.
Here we go. Tell us.
So,
I don't know.
my first WAW show was on a Saturday. On the Saturday one.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, you know.
This is going.
First one, I've made my entrance, and it was for the Fight Factory Under 18s title.
Okay.
And they're doing the whole thing of introducing the opponents and stuff. We're both in the ring. They've introduced Ty. And then they're introducing me, and I get up on the ropes, and I've slipped, and I'm like sat on the ropes with my title in one hand and my hand gripping the rope with another. I'm just sat on the turnbuckle all my days.
Have you got that footage that we can clip in?
I think I've got footage. There's a picture. And I've got footage as well. So
okay, send me both so it can be clipped in.
I've never seen the footage.
I think I've got the footage.
You need to send me that.
Find it, send it to me on WhatsApp so I can clip it into this.
Ignore
People can see my embarrassing moments.
Send it to me. I need to see it.
No, you can see it when it goes on here.
Under 18 Fight Factory Champion, I present to you, it's Harry the Machine.
Okay, so cool. We got a couple of bits there. Anything else that we need to? No, that was movies, wasn't it? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these notes. We're all back to front. Viewers' questions, right? So.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yes. let me figure out where they are because I've been.
Most of them are on Messenger. I didn't see anything on the Instagram.
Were
While he's looking for that, is there anything you want to say while he's being an old man trying to figure out how to use a phone?
Well,
Now would be a good time actually to plug your social medias.
put my social medias. On Instagram, it's Harry Johnson -wrestler. So you can get my Instagram. For Facebook, I think it's the same. And then for TikTok, because I use TikTok, I don't know anyone thinks I use TikTok. I do have a TikTok for my wrestling. It's Harry Johnson .wrestler.
Oh,
It's a big difference.
Flashy.
Is there any questions you want to ask me?
No, just
off the top of
the
your
thing
head?
is with social media handles, right? Is because I have such a weird last name. I never have to do the dots or anything. I can just use my name. It's great.
I need the dots.
Yeah.
I need the dots.
You have like the most common name ever, though, don't you?
Well, Johnson's not my actual name, so
Well, yeah, but I mean actual name.
yeah, probably.
Isn't Smith the most common last name?
I'd imagine it's up there.
Yeah.
Johnson's up
hold
there
on.
too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Hold on, I'm googling this.
Okay, so I've got some viewers' questions while he's googling. The first one is from Gene and Dean. I don't know if
there
you
you
know Gene and
go.
Dean are.
There you go.
Don't know if you know Gene and Dean are, but they are on TikTok. They are on Instagram.
Wonderful.
So find them. They quite often comment on some of the stuff. Their videos are hilarious. So
Fingers crossed.
it wasn't about favourite movie. It's if you could be a character from any movie you have seen, who would it be and why?
Dwayne Johnson from Fight With My Family, because he plays himself, and I'll be a big
You just
wrestling
want to be
name.
the Rock.
I'll be a big wrestling name.
Smith is the most common last name.
Nice.
Cool. Is that where Johnson came from then?
Johnson came because my dad's name is John, and I'm his son. So it's Johnson.
That's
not
probably
bad.
how that came around, you know.
That is no, it's
Because I think some
Nordic.
last names were.
It's all
it-
Nordic, yeah.
Yeah.
That is what
So
it
it was
is.
the son of someone. That's how some last
That's
names
why
came
when
about.
you look at Denmark and Norway and all them countries that were Vikings and stuff, it's all Jorgensen and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. That's what it is.
That's
So you're accidentally a Viking. Well done, mate.
Viking.
Tag team
I
with-
should be Viking Raiders now.
tag team with Gunnarsson.
That's gimmicks, mate. Gunner's son. Hey.
Could be a tag team with him.
Gunnarsson. I will be. I think I suit the Gunnarsson bills.
Yeah,
size.
same size.
Lightweight, baby.
Okay, so again from Gene and Dean,
Oh my.
what is your favourite FFW match that doesn't include yourself?
That doesn't include myself.
That's a good one.
Oh, I need to think back to things now. No.
I'm
Let
gonna
me
stick
think.
you, you bastard.
First one comes to mind is I'm still thinking about it because I don't know.
We are truly professional here over whatever the hell we're
Do you know the definition though?
Do I know the definition? I still haven't
Okay.
learned it.
Right.
need.
Favorite non-myself wrestling match from Fight Factory. I remember Reese versus Rogan at Body Slams to Cancer. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was, but
Did they have a singles match?
yeah.
Or was it they started in the Rumble?
No, they had a singles match, and whoever won that one started. Or whoever lost it started in the Rumble. I really enjoyed that match.
Right.
Was that at Body Slams or was it? Just
It was.
think it was
It
the
was
opener
at Body
at
Slams.
Slams.
Yeah, it was the
opener.
opener.
And then they, I know, yeah.
That's the first one that comes to mind. Yeah.
Okay, well we'll put the link to that in the
I
Description,
think
if
it
I
is on
remember.
YouTube.
the match
I
itself.
think
Yeah,
it is.
because I've went back and watched a lot of the, well, not older, it was like 2022, 23, wasn't it? But
It's definitely post-COVID.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Rogan versus mystery opponent selected by KD, I think. It's some kind of title like that.
Okay. I can't remember. Without looking at a list, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Um,
You can't
oh,
remember
actually,
when you are
that's
looking at
that's
a
another
list.
question. Is there anybody within Fight Factory regulars, from the academy, from external talent? Is there anybody that's a big inspiration to you? Multiple people. Is there like anyone that you look up to that you can just sort of go to at any point and say, "Look, I need help with this"?
He's
or...
definitely not fishing for compliments, eh, guys?
I'm really not. Like in the locker room, I think there's quite a few people who are really good at just helping calm nerves or helping with advice and feedback. So, is there anybody that you?
Anyone from the Hull car, they're really nice. They're really nice to me. They pull me backstage and they like say what they see in me, and I don't think they know how much it means to me because I struggle with the self-confidence part in wrestling. So I don't know if they know how much that means to me, but they pull me aside and say how much they see in me, and I really appreciate it.
I don't think the whole lot realise how much they affect everyone.
Yeah.
I don't think they even quite realise it. I mean, it was Rogan, wasn't it? After he won the title, he did the backstage documentary things that you were doing. He was saying, like, why me? And I don't think any of them quite realise how much they help.
Yeah.
That's why they're in the positions they're in, though.
Mm.
You know, like when Becca takes care of the bookings, you know, they're on pretty much every show because they do bring a lot to the table, both in front and behind the camera. So yeah, good shout.
Yeah.
Anybody else you are like own age wise or anything like that?
Anyone, to be honest, anyone. I believe I can go to anyone and ask how my match went. I believe I can do that, and I feel comfortable around everyone. So I may not seem like it because I am awkward, but I do feel like I'm comfortable.
I promise, I like you guys.
Do you ever feel awkward when people ask for your opinion?
Oh yes. I think it happened I don't know if it was on Wednesday or not, but when you asked me for feedback on someone else's match, and I just stand there and I'm like,
Oh, it was, yeah.
You froze like you toileted yourself.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm not in the right position to tell people what they're good at and what they're not good at. I feel like I need a bit more experience under my belt to say whether people are good or not at what they do.
That's kind of understandable. The thing I think here is everyone's opinion is as important. Nobody is more important when it comes to an opinion on feedback in wrestling.
Except for my mum's, because she pays the wages.
If someone comes in on day one and doesn't understand why something's happened or has a different opinion, they're looking at it through a fan's eyes. Whereas sometimes I think everybody who's been doing this for a while, they'll all have their own opinions on what really does work in front of an audience, and they've got that experience and I think most people understand that. But sometimes we can be maybe a little overcritical on little things that we think needs to be a certain way, but a fan doesn't notice. So it's always nice to have them opinions, and it's always good when someone's giving you that feedback for the thank you very much, I really appreciate it. And sometimes there's the I really appreciate it, and sometimes I really appreciate that. You know, like it's finding what works for you as an individual, but never be afraid to put your opinion forward on feedback for somebody.
Yeah. We're going to need to add a yawn counter, by the way. Cause
I think we're also going to need to add how many weeks in a row the Hull lads come up.
Yeah.
Because I think that's going to be a very consistent thing with people we bring in. Both from here and
we're
afar.
going to say before we get people on, we're going to ask them to make the whole lot feel as awkward as physically possible. Just praise them.
I've already done that, so
Have you got anything about them specifically?
I just think they're a really great group of lads. And again, this is your episode, but if we're going to do that, I just remember last year at a camp show when my back decided to be how it is every now and then, and the concern that they had after that. They're always concerned about everybody's well-being, and they're always trying to think a way of keeping everyone safe. And yeah, there's just they love everything about this business, all of them. And I think that's the whole locker room as well. For the majority, we have the odd person who's very much for themselves and they soon end up leaving. We have the odd person who's maybe in it for the wrong reasons. So again, but as a whole, I think the whole locker room's like that. To be fair, everyone seems to. It's like, again, I've said it time and time again, and other people have said it. It's like a family environment.
yes, definitely.
ChatGPT even said that.
Did it?
Yeah. Oh my God. So we were talking about, before we pressed record and everything, we were talking about ChatGPT and all that, and I got sidetracked. Well, he was doing all the work setting up as usual. I was sat here on my phone, and I'll send a screen recording or whatever through so they can see what I'm seeing. Do you know what? I'm gonna push screen record now. That's actually a really good idea here. Just I just got bored, and ChatGPT has so much about Fight Factory Wrestling and about him, and it had something about me.
It's
as well.
genuinely, it's scary. It's really scary. I don't know how
It's gonna
they
take over the world.
I know. I don't know how they do it. Like, do they just search the internet? Because it had.
I'd imagine it uses itself like a search engine.
Like it
had
hold
my
on, I'm at
debut,
the,
it
I'm
had-
at the point now where it's the hot link to my little backstage documentary thing, and it's got stuff about me, and I've had one match.
It's really scary. Really scary.
And literally,
Interesting.
all you need to do, you went on a little month-long thing about AI and how it's great, didn't you?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
All I did, tell me about Fight Factory Wrestling UK in Lincoln, and it told us about the events, it gave the address to the gym and everything.
Interesting.
He doesn't care, but I thought it was cool.
No, I care, but we're not here to talk about AI.
What? Honestly, it's like he don't even like me.
Okay, so I've got more questions, and this is from Nikki Smith.
All right.
So, do you know
I
who that is?
I know who that is.
You
Yeah.
ever heard of her or him?
Maybe.
Anonymous Royal General Manager Nikki Smith.
Okay, so this is a question that's pretty much been answered, but who was it that got you interested in wrestling and how?
My brother, Peter. He brought the DVD. He's the whole reason why I'm here. So thank you, Peter.
So
Shout
some
out to
people
you.
will say thanks to him, and some people won't like him for it.
You could have had him dodge a bullet for the entire rest of his life, and you decided to do that. Well done.
I think it's kind of a little segue, but we had the little video that I posted in the group that was on TikTok,
Yeah.
and the comment about you was like you were really good. Well, how did he word
He
it?
called me a
Yeah.
dickhead.
A really good dick.
Who me?
No,
Stu.
Stu.
Stu World Order on
Oh
TikTok.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
really liked your
yes,
villain
okay.
work.
Right, I know
I
what
was a
you're
bit
So-
offended. I was a bit offended by that. He called me a dickhead.
So
You are
for
a
those
dickhead.
who maybe can't decipher between you and the character, they probably really don't thank you, brother, if they can't decipher the difference.
I don't thank him.
Blame him then. Blame him.
Harry Smith is way worse than Harry Johnson. Just
Aw.
putting that out
Thank you.
there.
That makes me
so-
feel good.
One more question that I have, and again it's from Nikki Smith,
Oh.
and
yeah.
it's if you had to
God.
give your big toes
Oh.
names, what would you call them?
Is this going to become a recurring thing?
I think it will be. I think it will be. Tony.
Both of them?
Because it's toe.
Hey, Tom.
Tony.
Yeah, but is that both of them?
Toe and knee.
Oh, toe and knee.
No,
So
just Tony. Oh, you need two?
you've got
got
two big
two
toes,
big-
haven't you?
Oh,
You
right.
have-
Tony and...
Toby.
Toby, yeah.
This is
Toby, Tony and Toby. There you go.
This is a total travesty.
I don't know how to answer it.
We're
What would you name it?
totally
To-
losing subscribers.
We don't have any,
We do. We've got quite a lot.
have we?
Yeah,
don't know, I
because
haven't
I'm
kept
running
track.
it through the company,
Oh,
YouTube.
right.
So I've also been sent some pictures, which will go on
Oh.
the link. There's this one
Fight Factory Wrestling.
and this one,
Yep.
No one appreciates
and that's a
it.
WAW. Actually,
Yeah, it is.
I can tell from the dartboard in the background.
And also the one with Dean Ambrose.
Any chance a forehead vein pops up on one of them?
Is that the one you haven't shown?
And that one.
Oh my days, the money machine.
So who's the money machine?
The money machine, right. So, I originally was Harry the Machine Johnson, and I thought the machine was a bit common in wrestling, and I wanted to be a bit different. The machine is a whole other story on how I got the machine. But then I thought to myself, how can I make the machine different? Because the machine is a really common wrestling name, isn't it? So just stick money in front of it. Stick money in front of it and be a money man. And that's what I was for ages. The fur coat, the money guns, and I had
Million Penny Man.
I had like little money like notes,
Yeah, they were cool by the way.
and it had my face printed on it with all
gotta
my
have- you've gotta have a
Instagram and
picture.
Facebook.
I genuinely tried to get one.
You tried to get. I have some. Do you want some?
Yeah, I want one for the gym. We've got like anybody who's got little gimmicks like that. We want them in the gym.
Yeah, well, I don't use them anymore. Obviously, I've changed it because I thought to myself, it seems a bit, I wouldn't say childish, but
No,
if
but
I wanted
you
to,
evolved from the juniors up to
yeah,
and again, only being 15 is a risk, but I think the risk is paid off. You don't look like you don't belong on the shows with the adults, so I think that organic shift was needed. I think I even remember saying that to you in training. Like, we need to, for you, Carter, Malika, all coming from that juniors group, the 8 to 15s. Then we're going from 15, 16. Do we bring them up? And all of you stepped up really, really well. And then he's joined in with you all, on and off through the years. And I think all of you have really naturally progressed into the adults. Obviously they're a little bit older than you. But
you got to think double his age right now is like 30.
I'm on about Malika and Carter.
Oh.
That they kind of changed their gimmicks a little bit to show that progression in age and how they're going.
I think it was necessary to be taken a bit more seriously in the adults group.
Yeah, definitely.
It's mad to think that if I wasn't brought up, I'd still be in the 8 to 15 sessions now. If I wasn't brought up into the shows, that's mad.
Yeah, and I mean, is
I'm
it mad to think? Because I had this conversation with Malika, either in training or after a show. Is it weird that some of the kids in the juniors now look up to you?
It was at 150.
Was it at 150?
Because you were telling her the story about how
Oh yeah.
you really look up to her, and then you really panicked her about like
the pressure of young girls
all
looking
this
up to her.
pressure that these young girls in the kids class look up to you.
What
before she's about to go out to a match?
Do they say that they look up to me?
I think all of them will, and it's in the audience. It's not just here he goes. He's going to fumble his next match. Look, good luck. So when you're out there, because you don't look as young as you did a year ago. Obviously, that's just the aging process.
That's just how it works.
That's how science works, I think. But like when people see someone they can associate with, then they're like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. So it's a whole role model thing. So we noticed it when Kaya first started coming onto the shows. She's a young-looking female. I think she was 15, 16 when we started giving her the thing on the shows. And you'd see that there'd be more girls coming to training, young, like that 8 to 15-year-old. We had more of them come through the door. And then Kaya went off to uni and started doing her own thing. And then Malika started coming onto the shows. And then again, we'd noticed that these young girls come in. I remember actually, we asked Malika, as we did all of you when you were younger, like, who would be your dream match? And she took it as in here.
Yeah.
And the answer was Kaya. So when she got that opportunity to be in there with her, there was that bit of a, oh God, I remember that conversation. So, whenever we get these younger ones come in, they're going to be look at who they can associate themselves with. So because they've seen you come through that same way, they're going to look at that and go, well, if he can do it, I can do it. So yeah, there will be an element of that.
Do you remember your answer to that question?
Was I there when you asked that question? How long?
It's a common question that I do ask because
I don't think
I ask it to everyone when they come in, like, who's your favourites, who do you look up to, and stuff like that.
It was Randy Orton, and
Randy
it probably
Orton's
still is
great.
at the time.
Is that why you had the tattoo sleeve things?
Oh yes, all the tattoo. I tell you,
He's the next Johnny Storm. This kid, the way he sells merchandise.
Yeah.
Oh, the gear.
You got a book coming out, mate.
No.
Yeah.
The gear that I had, it was awful.
The tattoo sleeves were the best thing I've ever seen. Don't say it's awful.
It was like really makeshift stuff. So I had the Lonsdale boots, the McDavid knee pads, and then I got my tights from Temu. They were like £2.
You mastered the art of finding stuff on Temu, by the way.
Oh yes, yes.
Some of the stuff
Okay, can I just say, like, you say your merchandise was from Temu, people aren't going to buy it from you.
No, it's not my merchandise. It's my tights.
Oh, okay.
My wrestling tights. That I wrestled.
Okay.
Like when I was first starting to come to training consistently, you had, I think you did still have like the arm sleeves and everything.
Yeah.
Like the amount of decent stuff that you managed to find on Temu.
So what you are saying is merchandise from Temu now?
His merchandise wasn't.
Right.
No,
just like your tights.
The tights.
Well, that's what you said.
Were they from Amazon.
They were from Amazon.
Yeah. You don't sell them anymore, do you? So
Do
Anyway,
I? And then I had so I wanted wrist tape, but we couldn't find any anywhere. So we got like wrist bandages that were like Velcro straps, and we strapped the bandages on. It was so bad, like strapped bandages for your wrist.
you know all you needed to do was ask, right?
No. Well, we've got wrist
And
tape
there
now,
is
so
the
it's fine.
common sense.
We've got wrist tape, so it's
if
fine
you
now.
are a wrestler and you have common sense, go do something else.
Okay, so another question. Meal deal. What are you having?
Meal deal.
Meal deal.
Yep, Tesco meal deal.
Tesco meal deal.
Yep. What's a meal
Is that a
deal?
you
That's me.
question?
Barbecue chicken and cheese sandwich with tangy cheese Doritos and Lucas's raspberry sport. Lucas's
Okay.
sport raspberry.
Go to a McDonald's meal.
Goes my McDonald's meal.
Why are you asking him about
20
food?
pack chicken nugget. 20
Yeah.
chicken nuggets.
Best value one, easily.
Caramelized frappe.
Yeah.
And
Wow, that's spenny.
large fries.
Really is the money machine.
That's a very spenny man. This one.
Okay, so we did this with his mum, my wife, the boss, last week. So Hall of Fame. Who would you put in your ideal Hall of Fame? One person, one moment.
What, wrestling or
Not specifically wrestling, but
personally or wrestling, like
up
However.
to you.
Hall of and one person.
One person, one moment.
One person. Well, you would go to your parents, wouldn't you?
If that's what you want to do.
But that's
Why not? Nothing wrong
one
with that.
person.
No, like,
Yeah, you
okay,
can- you
your
can
parents,
bundle
yeah.
them, you can
that's
bundle
fine.
Yeah, I'd go for my parents. My brother as well.
So just the entire family.
Your
No,
family.
My family.
Okay.
They're
The
supportive.
entire family. No.
Yeah, I would agree. Your family are
Yeah.
really supportive. Like, they're supportive of you. They're
They-
supportive as the whole group.
Yeah,
Like, your
honestly,
parents do
the
so
thing
much.
the things they do for me is, I feel bad sometimes for what they do for me. You know, they obviously I can't drive yet because I'm 15, so they're the ones taking me to the training sessions. They're the ones taking me to Lincoln, to Gainsborough. When I'm off to WAW in Norwich, they're taking me to Norwich. So the things that they do for me, I feel like it's
God, it's a lot of
It's a
effort,
lot.
guys.
it's a lot of effort, and I really appreciate it. I don't know.
I think the parents' job is to the best of your ability to make sure your kids are happy and doing things right. So, you know, like they want to support you in the right ways. And again, I can't say enough good things about your parents. You know, they're at every show. They check in on everybody. You know, so if they're doing that for everybody who aren't their child, you know, they're doing everything for you because you are their child. And I think your parents are great. And they also send in some good questions.
I think that
Toe-
that toe
toes.
question is going to become
It's gonna be a
recurring
thing.
We
It's
may as well
gonna be a
make a
thing.
segment for it. A whole dedicated 15 minutes of talking about your toes. How about that?
I think the next guest, if I can swing it to happen and we can make the timings work, will be Johnny Storm. I need to speak to him. So firing questions for
God,
him
that's
as well.
really no pressure to
Just-
come on then.
Yeah, you can't say no.
We've already announced it. Right?
No, I haven't announced anything. I'm just going to try. I'm going to message him in a bit and see if we can make it happen.
If there is anyone specifically who you would want to see on the podcast, send names in and we'll
Yeah,
see
let us
what
know.
we
If
can
you
do.
want to be part of it, let us know. So your moment, Hall of Fame moment.
Hall of Fame moment. Well, it's going to be something to do with wrestling. It's got to be. It's either making my debut. I think I remember being a little kid, still training, and I went to shows all the time, and I always thought to myself, I wish I could do this. I really want to do this. And I was thinking of ways that I would be put on shows, like, maybe it would be a dart match, or maybe it would be as a manager or something. Manager at my age. But I think my debut was it was really scary. It was, but that was the reason why I'm at this point, why I'm the second greatest academy champion at the moment. So
Again, Airtime where it's not needed.
Yeah, it would either be making my debut or being trusted with the Academy Championship. I think a lot of the time people think that the championships are props, and in an extent they are, but it also shows that you're trusted with the championship, and I
God,
think...
this kid's been PR trained. Jesus.
Have I?
No, it is. I agree that they are a prop to tell a story, and you know, a title belt can be put on anybody, and it can be put on someone for a transitional reason, or it can be put on someone because the promoter believes that is the right person to do the right job to that division. And again, like, I'm not a massive part of the booking side of things, but it's a when it was brought forward, it was when I definitely said yes. You know, that makes a lot of sense because when you're out there, you are Harry Johnson, you know. And
Do you know what? I think I was there when the decision was made to put the title on you. You know,
I was starstruck, to be honest.
we were.
I by yourself.
No, I was
I was
shocked that it
When-
happened. I thought
because
it was
body slams, wasn't it?
yeah.
And I remember you backstage. You were very much that. Why are they giving it to me? What have I done?
Oh yeah.
It was very much that. But yeah, mate, I don't think there is anyone else who is. Other than me, obviously, we've got a match coming up. Got to keep kayfabe alive, baby. But I don't think there are many people who could do, could, I don't know how to word it. Could carry the academy, an academy championship like you do.
Thank you,
Like
but
you,
I don't know. I don't know.
It doesn't feel like just an academy title, if you know what I mean. You've made it bigger.
Thank you.
In my opinion, anyway. I don't know what he thinks.
I think you're carrying it very well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give away my thoughts because I've put it forward as to what I think should be happening. Whether that gets used or not is a different thing. If it gets used, I don't want to give a spoiler. But I've got my thoughts. I think you're doing really, really well.
No,
I
I'm
think
really interested.
I'm interested in
I
that
think
as well.
Of course you
when you're 16, when you're 18, I think people should be paying a lot of attention. I think people should be paying attention now to you. And I think going forward, they really should be paying attention and getting in there and getting you booked when you're able to travel around and things like that. Because as other people have said, and I 100% agree, that you've got a real bright future in this. Don't put this before your education or nothing like that. Keep your education there, but you could really do a lot with this. There's a lot of people who've seen your talent, and yeah, I think, again, I'm not going to give a spoiler because if I carry on talking, I will. So let's move on to the next thing. In an ideal world for you, what would be blackballed?
Blackballed?
Removed.
Oh. I don't know.
Lincoln losing.
Yeah.
Or drawing and playing really boring football for a game.
Just
Yeah.
Lincoln in general, not even the football club, the entire city.
I like Lincoln. Nice place. But
it's so on and off. So there's some days I wake up and I go, you know what? I'm lucky. It's a decent little city that I'm born into. There's other days.
what would I blackball?
It can be anything.
Any wrestling wise,
Anything, anyone.
I'd just say Bellends in general.
That's
Not bad.
a really good answer.
I
Yeah.
just don't understand the purpose of being a bellend to someone. Like, unless you hold a grudge.
So
like,
to someone, not just general divs on the street, just someone who is a bit of a bellend to other people.
yeah, anyone who's a bellend. I just don't understand why you would
Bring
go out of your
negativity.
way. Go out of your way to bring someone down. It's just
Yeah, especially when it gets switched on people who are trying to help that. But hey, okay. Is there anything you've already plugged your social media? Is there anything else you want to plug?
no, not really. I am the top prospect. I am the second greatest academy champion. Yeah,
Only behind me when I
Harry
win it.
Johnson.
Where can people see you?
You can see me at the X Church May 3rd, Thundergraps against AJ Loeve
Yeah.
for the Academy Championship. That'd be a good one.
Hopefully.
Kayfabe, I dislike you.
Yeah. I dislike you even more.
Okay. Well, that pretty much brings us to the end. I can't quite see the time on anything.
This will be a
You're a div. So it's you to sign out.
It's me to sign out. As you know, I'm not good at this, so
Tell me if I'm shit.
short. Yeah, we'll keep that in. Tell us if we're shit. Still.
And tell me if I was shit
in
as
the
well.
comments,
because,
let's come up with something that won't get cut this time.
Okay, what can we? We need something creative that'll get people commenting.
Have you got anything, Mr. Guest?
Who is the greatest Academy champion of all time?
That's a good one.
I don't know, because I don't know if everyone who's been watching this knows who our Academy champions have been.
It was Quill.
Oh, it's dead air here.
I'm just looking.
Dead air. That's something that can cause an argument that won't get us cancelled. Should Lonsdale boots be in wrestling?
Lonsdale.
I think no,
Why not?
because they're boxing boots.
Well, I've got.
I also
Lonsdale
don't.
boots
I
as well.
also don't agree in trainers in wrestling.
Shush. Trainers and wrestling are great. Even though
I
I'm
don't
definitely
agree in it. I think professional custom-made boots,
Oh.
even though
Yeah.
everyone in WWE now has Nikes.
No, okay, right. Professional custom-made boots, great. There's definitely a pair down the line I will end up owning. But trainers have been nothing but good to me in the 2 matches that
Wow.
I've had.
Wow, in all your years of
In
experience.
all my years, I'm a grizzled young vet. Oh no, that's copyright. I can't do that.
It's not copyrighted, it's someone else.
Bollocks.
Yeah, I dislike trainers in wrestling as well.
I dislike you, mate.
Okay, so
Shush.
argue about that. If you think trainers are cool, then tell us why. And if you
Yeah.
think no, tell us why. I just say find the video of Sid, and if it weren't for the boots, he'd have had his leg amputated.
But also, look at Finn Balor. He looks really cool.
And that's it for this week. So hopefully we'll see you next week.
Good riddance.
Bye.
Bye. Woo.
Life's a battlefield, we fight to thrive. Every step we take keeps us alive. From the wrestling ring to the football pitch. Through the highs, the lows, we scratch that itch. Lad and Dad, marching through the storm. Hearts on fire, keeping spirits warm. Talking life, wrestling in the game's pure art. This podcast flames ignite the dark. Chairs breaking, echoes of the rope so tight. Leather boots stomping under Friday night lights. A goal, a tackle, a suplex so clean. Every moment's a story, every word supreme. Lad and Dad, marching through the storm. Hearts on fire, keeping spirits warm. Talking life, wrestling in the game's pure art. This podcast flames ignite the dark. A bond forged strong through passion and pride. Climbing life's mountain side by side. The roar of the crowd, the fight of the soul. They light the way, they make us whole. Lad and Dad, marching through the storm. Hearts on fire, keeping spirits warm. Talking life, wrestling in the game's pure art. This podcast flames ignite the dark. the dark.